Just direct everybody's attention to the screen here, and I would give my interpretation of what I believe to be Black Power. I typically like to look at words. I like to simply just break down the meaning of the words individually. That's kind of how. That's more or less how I define. That's pretty much how I go about life, right? If we're gonna operate under this English language and stuff like that, it's best that we completely understand each and every word inside and out, more or less. You'd be surprised how many debates I won just from understanding the meaning of words and in comparison to what other people thought they understood the words. So here I typed in what's Webster's definition of black, and here it says of or relating to any of various population groups of especially African ancestry, often considered as having dark pigmentation of the skin, but in fact having a wide range of skin colors. This is pretty much the best definition I've seen on the net so far. Some other definitions kind of was talking about the color, like the actual color of black, and other was just talking about they did make note of our groups of people and stuff like that, but this one actually made note to include the fact that we come in different colors and stuff. Like all of us here more or less kind of the same color except for this guy. He's pretty damn dark. I can barely see him. He blends in with the couch. There's a lot to kind of take note of when we refer to black, because here on the Chicago Black Delegation, we have to understand there is different meanings to words. There's synonyms. This is the English language we're talking about. One word has multiple meanings, but if we're gonna get across the message, it's important for us to define the words and define what we mean when we are discussing such words, right? So yeah, more or less, it's referring to the black diaspora, right? So let's go to the word power. Power is the ability to do something or act in a particular way, especially as a faculty or quality. Example here is the power of speech. So when we kind of put these two words together, these ideas together, we can just, it's pretty simple, right? We can just say it's the black people's ability to do something or act in a particular way, right? If you want to throw this part in, especially in the faculty or quality. So, and that's more or less how I define black power, right? It's the ability to do something, the way, whether it be through money, whether it be through our own strength, or whether it be through unity. All of these things, in a sense, come together to form this idea, this concept of what we label as black power. There's some interesting things that I kind of seen that I know has developed over this concept, this idea that is black power. As a matter of fact, I believe a lot of people understand our power better than we do, right? So I want to turn to my co-host here, and I want to ask, how does your interpretation of black power influence America and Black America?
As long as black excellence is always around, we're eternal. Like I said earlier, right?
Eternal.
We imprint ourselves in America. Can't forget us, no matter what happens, whether we're here or gone. You're always going to have to talk about black people. Mm-hmm. And it's kind of to piggyback off what you just said. It gives us a certain leverage if we could use it right.
If we use it right.
It's a saying in politics: quid pro quo. You do me a favor, I'll do you a favor. We need to start operating under that.
That's very true.
We try, but we do the favor and we always get left behind. You know what I'm saying? We do these favors, and when it's time to, wash our backs, niggas get left in the dust.
How you operate under a favor regiment when the game is rigged?
That's how it always been. It's just the problem is when we ask for our favor back in return, it never.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But other people get their favors though. They get their favors.
No, that's what I'm saying. I agree with you. I'm asking him, like, you're saying you scratch my back, I scratch yours, but the game is rigged. We can scratch their backs all day.
Yeah, but you need my help to win the game, right? You have opponents. It's red versus blue, right?
Yeah, man, listen, black people be simping. All right, we'll sit there and be all joyful, and all races are welcome to be. They can come to the cookout or blasey, but they don't do that for us. So what would be the point?
That's to piggy off what you said earlier, we hold them accountable, right? We
Yeah.
remember these instances of, you screwed me over, right? And then we say, well, you know what? Let's see how your buddy, the Republicans, act.
Yeah.
Let's see how you Democrats don't like being in power, right? I'm pretty sure you want power. I mean, they got the Senate right now, right? They got the president. They have a lot of legislative power, and I'm pretty sure they don't want to give that up, right?
I agree. And I like something that kind of spoke out to me, what you just said, Kanji. Holding, well, I think Dolo said that, but holding them accountable. Like if we are, yes, I would definitely agree that when we hold ourselves accountable for our own actions, we definitely will open up additional options for us as a group in America. What that also, one of those options is going to be the ability to understand and or learn how to hold other people accountable. Now, how we go about holding other people accountable is kind of up to our power, right? Because like there's a difference between trying to go on Twitter, you know what I'm saying, and get what they call that, the Twitter fingers. You kind of just start typing some stuff, and then you get a backing behind you, and everybody start resharing and retweeting and all that stuff. Man, that stuff don't work, bro. My thing is, if we can more or less work towards a system or a strength that actually holds people accountable, or holds other groups accountable, we more or less can practice a quid pro quo. Yeah, but yeah, we can better practice that, right? When we start learning the game better, right, and learning how to not to let ourselves get ran over by these fast talking politicians.
And again, remember the order. It's you do me a favor, I'll do you a favor.
Yeah, absolutely.
Problem with that statement is doing such said favors will put us in a position that they don't even want us in. So why would it even help us?
Hold on, you kind of confused me though. You said if we do what again? Say it again.
Do the favors, and it puts them in a position they don't want us in. Why they will help us?
Oh.
So basically, they're never going to help us because they don't want us in a better position. So they will always manipulate us and trick us and say, "Well, we're going to do this for you. Do this. I promise you. I promise you. I promise you." And black people have been played like countless times from countless presidents, and we always do it. You know what I'm saying? So Joe Biden did his, like everybody was saying, Joe's a different guy. Joe's not Joe what he was in the past. A motherfucker be racist for 50 fucking years, and all of a sudden, hey, it's not cool to be racist anymore. You gotta like black people now. And he's supposed to like black people. And one of the first things he did was take $50 billion away from black colleges. One of the first things he did. That was like one of the first, third day on the fucking job.
That's it. That's it. Told you everything right there, boy.
That was like, he said, hey, let's take this money from these niggas. Hey, we cannot have that shit. We went from 50 to 4. 50 to 4 billion for everybody to spread out for all the black colleges. How you supposed to do that?
It's tough.
But I'll answer your question directly. So here's my thing, right? You threaten them with the crab bucket mentality. We've been living in hell. Black people, we know how to. We kind of thrive here, right? Like we've closed the wealth gap by less than $16,000, despite everything we've been through, right? And again, they want power. They don't want to be in the same position we're in, right? So we threaten them with that same mediocrity. You won't have any power unless you fuck with us.
Mm-hmm. And it doesn't help that we kind of more or less the cash cow or like the workhorse for their wealth, right?
I can't even say that no more. You see now they kind of shifting their focus towards the Hispanics. That's why the Democrats are trying to use these Hispanics and all those illegal immigrants
and
to make those citizens.
That's
so
a fair
they can
point.
make those
and LGBT.
votes.
You're trying to hold, not you. I agree with you. Your thing is to hold power over the heads of people who already have power. Like you're not going to be in power because of us, and that's not even true.
We was a big reason Joe Biden won.
Big reason.
Yeah, you're holding to Joe Biden. I'm talking about as a whole.
We're talking about the Democratic Party. We give the Democratic Party.
Yeah, this is politics.
You see what I'm saying? So we give them power. Now, but I'm saying we're losing our usefulness because now they're focused on another.
That's the fair point.
And that is the problem. Black people are about to lose that power. That little wiggle, that whatever we believe we have, we're about to lose that to the Hispanics. You see what I'm saying?
You are going down on the pecking order. That is correct.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what it's looking like is going to happen.
So as far as my interpretation, as far as what I believe is, I want to kind of show everybody a video here as far as what I believe to be a big problem in this this social economic dilemma black people have found ourselves in that was strategically actuated by not naming names, but we're gonna call them our enemies. But check it out.
2. Unjust distribution of wealth. The root of the problems for black advancements in America is the unjust distribution of our national wealth, power, and resources. Whites own almost 100% of our nation's wealth, power, business.
I want to stop it right here just to say that I do want to. Yes, we can say the white people own about a little over, quite a bit over 90% of the United States wealth in America. But I would like to also say that it's not among those whites. It's not just white people that's more or less taking advantage of this superpower that we know to be as black power. You feel me? So they just we can't. Yes, white people are in position right now, but best believe there's other people even within our community. You know what I'm saying? That's essentially working towards the demise of us as a people.
And all levels of government support and resources. This monopoly was created from centuries of exploitation and expropriation of slavery and black labor. A slave life was committed to producing wealth and comfort for their white master. Black people learned very quickly after slavery that unless you have money and power, your freedom is only theoretical. Black people would have a very hard time pulling themselves up by their bootstraps because local ordinances and social sanctions in the North and South restricted free blacks from earning competitive incomes. The socioeconomic inequalities that existed between white and blacks during and shortly after slavery have now become structural problems that are very difficult to dismantle.
Very, very, very difficult to dismantle. There's a lot of people out here that this simple conversation started by actually Dr. Clyde Anderson, a black economic genius, to be honest with you. He wrote this book, Black Labor, White Wealth, for the purpose of exposing more or less how whites or dominant societies have more or less taken advantage of the sweat of the black people to make, vast riches off of, you know. In acknowledgement of this simple concept is just sprout out of control and then cause a lot of like new, what's the word is opposite of nuance, like just ignorant statements regarding like us as a people and what lacking contributions have we provided for America, you know. So like today we look at the culture and like you can look at Chicago, blacks in Chicago, and just urban neighborhoods all around the world or in America in general, and you kind of see a lot of people just more or less living in borderline destitution, right? We see like a lot of violence, a lot of poverty, drugs and stuff like that. Like you name it, every bit of self-degradation possible is all under in one community a lot of the time. And what people kind of fail to realize is this is all was crafted by design. You feel me? Black people are the only planned minority in America.